We're Sossaman Farms. We celebrated our 100th year anniversary last year. We're still growing crops. We select them, we grow it, we clean it, food grade, and then we ship it.
We are Queen Creek Running Company. We've been in Queen Creek now for about 2.5 years. We're a full-service footwear company that sells pretty much anything that's keeping you fit outdoors. We got you covered.
Rudy started this business in 1975. He built the building himself. We have all kinds of Mexican food, chimichangas, chile rellenos, Mexican pizza. Mexican pizza we are very famous for. You should try it.
We're at Wood Barn Barbecue. My wife works here, my son works here, my daughter works here, and we're all family here.
We've been open just over 3 months now. We got the best barbecue in the world. We got brisket, pork, turkey, sausage, pork ribs. Everything's homemade and smoked on site.
Schneff Farms is going to be celebrating its 80th anniversary next year. We kind of started the agritainment movement, and that's agriculture and entertainment combined together.
We're Old Ellsworth Brewing Company. What we like to do is to use things that you would never think of using in beer, but still make sense. We're about 3 years old.
My brother and my husband, Brian, they brew all the beer.
So we are the Queen Creek Botanical Garden. We've been working for about 4 years to get this to come to pass and really be a big piece of the agritainment movement here in Queen Creek. We're the world's first all-edible botanical garden.
About a year ago, we acquired Russ's True Value. Russ has been in the business since 1976, and my family got in the hardware business also at the same time, 1976. Great store, great part of the community, and that's what we want to carry on with that tradition is being part of the Queen Creek community.
We picked Queen Creek specifically because of just the community environment here. Wave at people when you drive down the street. It just has that kind of hometown feel.
It's a really tight-knit community, and all the businesses are really nice, and all the people around here have been great to us.
You know, Queen Creek has that small town feel that really supports that kind of that local business.
The other businesses have been absolutely amazing. We had a couple of the owners from the businesses just right here in this complex come by and welcome us, and everybody's just been super great with us. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Queen Creek has some businesses that have been here since inception, probably before Queen Creek was ever a thing. And the families that created those businesses are nice to work with.
It's nice to when you drive through downtown Queen Creek and you see Magna Engineering that's been there forever, it seems like. And then you have other businesses like Schneff Farms, Sossaman Farms, Ace's True Value Hardware, Rudy's Restaurant, the Queen Creek Cafe. Those are all what I would call landmarks. Those are all places that we have congregated, we've gone in and done business with. When you walk in, you know the people who are working there, you know them by name, and I think that's what kind of keeps that hometown feel.
It's good to have a history. It's good to have an institutional history of kind of where we've been and a little bit of what it took to get here.
It's nice to be able to tap into some of their history and just weave it into our kind of ongoing history.
We believe that rising tides raise all ships, and you want to support your local community. And if everyone is strong in your local community, everyone grows and becomes stronger.
We've had a relationship with Hayden Flour Mills going on about 10 years now. And then when we built our new building, we built a space for them inside where they do all the milling, we warehouse, and they do all their shipping off of our farm there. And they are national. So they are in Sprouts and Whole Foods and Fry's. We're kind of in that supporting role, and that we grow all these for them, and we clean the seed, they mill it on site, and it's shipped out from there.
We collaborate with each other, we work with each other, we encourage each other.
You know, if we don't sell beer or something, well, go to their, Queen Creek Cafe, or go to Ellsworth, they sell beer. And I'm sure that if they say, well, you want Mexican food? Maybe go to Rudy's. But I think this is how the local businesses help each other.
One of the most important things for us is to be what we call hyper-local. So what I mean by that is we like to source things from our immediate area. So we have a really good partnership going with Grain R&D. That's Steve Sossaman and Travis over there. They do some great things, bringing in some grain that people haven't seen for a long time, and we incorporate that in our beer.
Several years ago, we started looking at and growing ancient grains, and they're several thousands of years old to several hundreds of years old. They created some very unique beers and very good flavors.
We use Valley Honeyco. Valley Honeyco has bees that go between Sossaman Farms and the olive mill. So we use that in a lot of our beers.
With Olive Mill, every year we have a collaboration brew with them where we take leaves from the Kalamata olive trees and we brew Kalamata Kraken with them. And that's very popular. It's sold here and at the Olive Mill.
It's really important that new businesses locate in Queen Creek for the expansion of Schneff Farms. I mean, to have the first brand hotel in downtown Queen Creek is huge, which opens up more opportunities for people to come and not just spend a few hours in town, but spend a few days in town. So we'll be working a partnership with them as well. It's really good and beneficial that we all work together.
We love collaborating with the businesses around here. One great one that we collaborated with was Rogerio's Ace, who was starting to shift away from doing the garden center. So we collaborated with them and said, hey, let's still make this a big part of what Queen Creek has. And so we've moved that whole operation here to the Queen Creek Botanical Gardens.
It was great to kind of get to know the Queen Creek Botanical Gardens and what they're trying to do. They're able to service the community a lot better than we could out of our smaller garden center here. So that transition went really well. Looking forward to continuing that partnership with them.
So we continue to work with Rogerio's Ace, as well as working with some of the other wonderful entertainment facilities here, like Queen Creek Olive Mill. We've got ancient olive trees here in a nice little grove that people can experience. But we're really wanting to show people that, hey, you want to know about olives, you're going to go over there. If you want to know about ancient wheats, you might be here and see them ground, but you're going to go and see the bigger operations over at Sossaman Farms. And so building those relationships and recognizing there's really no competition, there's collaboration.
We've had a couple of good partnerships with Old Ellsworth Brewing Company and Schmear Bagelery in downtown. Mostly we're partnering with them for our group runs.
They come, they meet, they run 3 to 5 miles, and then they come back and they stay for an extended happy hour.
And it's just a time for us to kind of connect with the community, bring everybody together, connect with the local business community also.
It just kind of helps you create that identity that you want to build like a community itself. So building community through ingredients is kind of cool.
The growth of the town is amazing. We love it. We're very excited about the town growing. We know that a lot of people love that tiny, small town feel. So we're trying to just embrace the whole thing.
You know, we're really looking forward to people just to be able to come in and get to meet us and know us. We're behind the counters. Our shirts say family owned and operated on the back of them, and we really are.
Looking forward to opening up more and more businesses here in Queen Creek.
I think it's a great place to open a business or consider opening a business. I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you don't consider it.
Come down. The more, the merrier. We all truly welcome each other and support each other and do anything we can to help each other succeed.
We look out for each other. You know, so that's how it is. Even in business, we're family.